Good morning. Oh, there we are. I feel like I need to adjust my computer again. I don't know how this keeps happening. I have a cat who is in heat and keeps running around. So I'm going to say it's her. That's what I'm going to say. So this morning we are going to talk about am I an empath? And well, that's the title of the video today. So if you are asking that question, you probably are an empath and you probably are in the right place. So, we're going to talk about what you can do to help yourself um, with that, some tools that you can use. Why are we talking about this? Because we've been talking about truth testing and we've been talking about finding your true self and um, sometimes when you are looking for your true self and trying to find who that is, there's a lot of voices in your head. So even if you're not an empath, this is something that it's a tool that you can use to help yourself. Because there's a lot of times that we have pain in our body or that we have things going on, extra voices, or whatever, chatter in our head that we it's not always ours. So I told you about it's about truth testing, and now I want to tell you about a tool called Is This Mine? I don't remember if I mentioned it before or not, so I'm going to mention it now. Um, it's just asking, is this mine? When you have like a pain in your body that wasn't there before, or when you have a thought that sort of, like maybe you were on one train of thought, like my day is going good and I feel good, and um, I've got all these things that I need to accomplish. And then all of a sudden, maybe you walk into a room, or maybe your conscious just shifts somehow, and you have a different thought, and it's a different train of thought than what you had before. So asking, is this mine, is a really great tool to use. If you're feeling just like bogged down and you don't know, what this is about, then ask, is this mine? Because chances are you're getting these ideas and thoughts from another human being and or consciousness. Um, you might think that's a crazy idea, but just try it. Just try it, asking. Next time you don't know, is this mine? And see how it feels. Does it feel lighter? Does it change? If it changes, if it lifts, if it's gone, it's not yours. It was not your thought to have. It was never yours to take responsibility for. The cool thing about this is if you're an empath, empaths tend to feel everyone else's emotions and hear everyone else's thoughts. And if you're not an empath or you don't think that you are, maybe you'll find out that you actually are. Because we are all part of one consciousness. We are all part of a global consciousness. So, anyway, the cool thing about this is that when you take things on, or you don't always know you're taking things on, but as an empath, you feel things, learn to use this tool. Because the moment you ask, is this mine? And then you send the energy back to source, it changes, it shifts, it even changes everyone else's consciousness. It changes even the thought that where it came from. If you send it back to sender and or send it back to source, it shifts their consciousness as well. So the cool thing about it is that you are changing the energy as an empath, you are actually shifting that energy, which is so great because that is how we come to a higher consciousness as a collective, as a planet. That is how we change um, the thoughts that hold us in one place, and that's how we shift to another place. It's called, if you don't know it, it's called transmuting the energy. Basically, you're changing the negative energy to positive energy, and you're shifting it. So that's why it's important to be aware. That's why it's important to ask, is this mine? If it is yours, then you know what to do. You delete, destory, pod, poc. Like, um, if you don't know what that means, just go back over the first videos. I talk about it all the time. If you still don't know what that means, then just message me, find me on Facebook or Instagram, or subscribe and comment below because I will answer you. I always do. So deleting and destoring, if you don't know, or if you ask, is this mine? And then if you ask, is this mine? And it lightens up and it's not yours. Sorry. If you ask, is this mine? And it's still heavy, that's yours. You need to deal with it. If you ask, is this mine? And it lightens up and it goes away, that's not yours. Just return to sender. Okay. Return to source, return to sender. You don't need it. You're just transmuting the energy and shifting it. It's a really quick way to shift the energy. If it still doesn't lighten up, consider the possibility that the earth is talking to you. Again, that probably sounds like a really crazy idea, but we are all part of this universe, and part of that is the earth. And I mean, when you go outside, you take a walk, you walk in nature, there's an intuitive part of you that knows that you're communicating with nature and nature's talking back to you. So you can't tell me that the earth doesn't talk, that it doesn't have needs, that it doesn't want something. So if it doesn't lighten after you ask, is this mine? And it's not someone else's, then it's possible that it's the earth. So pay attention to that. And again, just return to sender, transmute the energy, shift the energy. It's about becoming aware, right? So the whole part of this about, you can bring this back to truth testing, which is what we talked about yesterday. So truth testing or muscle testing. You can just start to ask more questions about your body, about what it wants. Um, it's it changes your intuition and how you become intuitive. Okay, so you start to ask, and that is a tool that you can use all day long. Body, do you want to eat right now? Yes or no? So start with simple yes or no questions. Again, this helps you if you are, I'll give you some more examples in a second, but this helps you if you are intuitive, or sorry, if you're an empath, or if you're not, either or, it helps you to get in touch with you and what is truly yours and not someone else's. Okay, so if you ask, is this mine? And it lightens, it goes away, then you don't need to deal with it. Then you can start to ask your body, like I said, for example, are you hungry? Yes or no. Use the truth test. Find your intuition. Um, do you want to move? Do you require movement right now? Yes or no. Do you require water? Yes or no. Do you require touch? Yes or no. So finding out what your body is asking you for, finding out if it's yours or if it's someone else's, um, finding out if it's yours or if it belongs to the earth, are all tools that you can use as an empath because it helps you to understand that you don't have to pull all of that onto you. It didn't belong to you in the first place. The reason it happens to us, especially as empaths, is because we have hmm, okay, it's a bold statement, but we have a responsibility to shift the consciousness of the earth. Everybody does, but empaths feel it more. Okay, you might not want that. You might not want that responsibility, but it's there, and it will keep coming after you because that's how energy communicates. Is some sort of disease, some sort of uncomfortableness, some sort of something to make you pay attention. And it's there because you have a responsibility to shift it, not because you have a responsibility to do anything about it. You don't always know where those thoughts come from or where those energies come from. And you're not going to ask everybody in the room, and they may not answer honestly, anyways. So it doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. What matters is that your um, you have your feelings and you learn how to transmute the energy and shift it. That's how things change. So I hope that helps you understand. You're an empath. I hope that helps you understand what you can do with it, why you experience it, and maybe that lifts the burden a little bit because it's never meant to feel like a burden. It's never meant to feel like, oh, I have to do something about this. It's only meant to bring awareness again so that you can ask the question. Because how do you shift out of your loop? How do you shift out of your emotional charge? By asking the question, by staying in that question place. What else is possible here? How can this get any better than I could have expected? How can it get better than this? Is this mine? Is this someone else's? Do I want to eat broccoli today? Do I want to drink water? Ask the question. Stay in touch with your intuition. Stay in touch with you, your body, and ask the question. This opens up so many possibilities. And it opens up possibilities, like I said, for not just you. It's a chain reaction. It opens up possibilities for everybody else in your field. That's the cool thing about this. Is it, like I said, it shifts the consciousness and it shifts the earth. And as you start to grow, then people around you start to grow. As you start to have new ideas, then people around you start to have new ideas. So it's kind of like, if you're receiving something from somebody, then if you're acting as a receiver, then you can also act as a transmitter as well, and vice versa. If someone else is acting as a receiver, they can act as a transmitter. So that's why it's important to know, as an empath, what to do with this energy and how to shift it, how to use it. If you have any more questions about that, just try the tool, please. If you want things to shift for you, if you want to notice a different reality, if you want to feel things to feel lighter, just try the tool and let me know how it goes. You can always message me, meditation and mindset shift. That's what it is, meditation and mindset shift on YouTube, on Facebook. That's the page. It's a public page, but you can totally message me there. Or you can subscribe and message here on YouTube. Or you can find me on uncommon_love1 at on Instagram. So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Let's meditate now. So today we're going to meditate on shifting the consciousness and I think transmuting the energy. That might be a bit of a new idea for some of you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. I need you guys to talk to me. I don't know where everyone's at in their consciousness and their understanding of all of this stuff. So I'm assuming if you're listening to me, you have some sort of understanding of how all of this works. But if you don't, you can totally message me. I will get back to you. Okay. So my speaker is going to make some noise.
Battery 5. Connected to Ananda's iPhone and Godfrey's iPhone.
And I feel like today we're just going to stick with the heart chakra because I feel like that's an important one for right now. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So find a comfortable spot, either lay down or sit, whatever you want to do. I think that I'm comfortable right here, so I'm going to sit here. There's the heart chakra bowl, so you can close your eyes and just get yourself into a space of meditation, because we will meditate right after this. Take a deep breath and let it out. Deep breath in and out. Find your energy. Start at the top of your head. Start to collect all of the energetic pieces of you. Start to pull that energy down through your body. Become aware of how your body is feeling. Deep breath in and out. Push the energy down to the center of the earth and bring it back up again. Go ahead and bring that energy back up. To the top of your head. And push it out the top of your head. Find your source. And pull that back down. Find your heart center. And take a deep breath. And breathe out. And smile. And just ask, what else is possible here? How can this turn out even better than I could have expected? What would it feel like to know what to do with other people's thoughts and emotions? What would it feel like to be clear of that? What would it feel like to know that you're helping other people by clearing that energy? What would it feel like to know that you're changing the world? What does that feel like? What would it feel like to be in touch with your body and your intuition, and to be at ease and peace with whatever you find? What would that feel like? Good. Now pull that energy in from the universe. Keep pulling. Keep pulling from the top, from the bottom, from the sides, from the front, from the back, from all directions. Pull that energy in. Beautiful. Now put that energy into your heart. And let it beat out into the universe. Take a deep breath in and out. And start to come back. Good, and open your eyes when you're ready. And just know that you can go back here anytime today. You can go back to that feeling, to that space, anytime you need to feel grounded. And please try that tool and see how it works. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you all tomorrow morning. And I'm not sure yet what our topic is going to be, but I'm sure it will be enlightening. See you tomorrow morning.